Well. What do we got going on here? We're anticipating a train wreck of some sort. What's going on, fellas? How
What
y'all doing,
up?
man?
Hello.
It's just cool to be here on a Saturday night. We're just gonna chill out with you guys. I know it's 4th of July. We decided to come in here and do our thing, man. So if you're gonna hang out with us, you're gonna hang out with us. If you're not, hope y'all are having a great 4th of July and you catch us on the flip side, man. This is the anticipated train wrecks. Bulldog chilling with you guys. Of course, we got 12 Wood. What's up, brother? How you doing?
I'm doing good.
How you been,
Yourself?
man? Nice shirt, dude.
Pink
Little Floyd
Floyd.
action.
Did that for you because of the Gibson Les Pauls.
Yes. I got one. I got to give some back there. Of course. Let's not forget the DJ, the man of the hour, DJ Hunter Horse. How you doing, brother?
What
How
is
you doing,
up?
man?
I'm on sound and I'm on visuals because notice there's someone missing.
Headstrom vacation.
I said we should mute his mic, and now he's talking. What the hell? I'm
I
like,
don't know. What do you
of course, we're not gonna have you talk tonight. We don't need your help. We got everything
Oh, I'd
planned.
love that.
Me and Poldoc we've been brainstorming for 2 weeks straight on how this episode's gonna go, and I was like, what we're gonna need is for Horse to be quiet, right? Right? Am I right, Poldoc?
I thought the main content was going to come from our sound engineer Headstrom vacation, but
That's
you know,
vacation.
Yeah, it was
We
his
had a
week
lot of
to
that.
provide all the content, the videos and the gags. Yeah.
And then what does he do?
He-
What does
As
he
you
do?
guys-
Oh, I got to go to Chicago.
As you
Man,
know,
bro.
I'm kidding. We begged Horse to be a voice tonight, but yeah, Bacon gone again. Headstrom vacation. Is that what we called him?
Headstrom
Always.
vacation.
Oh my gosh, the guy has more vacation than
Rome.
someone who has more than Rome.
Yep.
Janet.
He's on a damn bender right now on vacation right now. That's for sure, man.
Yeah,
Hold
and then
on,
he
but-
says he's going
12
to he's going to some kind of concert. He sends me the playlist of who's all playing. 20 different bands. Guess who's in there?
Who?
One you've ever heard of. Like I'm like,
Nobody?
Hokey okies.
That's horrible.
yeah, I was like, what? You go? Okay, that's cool. I understand
ahead.
going to Withgo to Alpine because you're gonna have some headliners. Poldoc, hint, wink.
Fish.
Fish will be here in August, I think.
Man, that's a
Dave Matthews is playing tonight, I think, or maybe tomorrow. But anyhow, we're not here to talk about who's playing at the Alpine. We're here to go through all of the things we planned for this episode, which happens to be a lot of. I'm sorry, my mic cut out for a minute there. Did you guys hear what I said? What we're gonna do? I see
Man, that
Ryan
was a lot.
Towns here. If you guys are watching, the six of us, so there's three here, and then Janet and Ryan in Sacktown. If Ryan, could you share this? Wow, maybe we'll get a lot of replays. You know what's going on? Smack Off's over. Everyone's like, no more. No more shows. We've seen them all.
You guys are so spoiled, man. About 6 listeners, this bullshit. When I started the rock show, I used to have me as the listener. And you know what? The show goes on. Don't
Yeah.
complain. If it's 3 of us in here, there's 3 of us in here. Thank you, Ryan, for being in here. The show fucking goes on, dude. You know, man, when we were starting our own radio network, we were our own listeners, man. The fact that one person's in here listening to us on a freaking Saturday night on a 4th of July weekend, it's, you know what? We're happy. We're thankful. We're going to do the best we can to get this shit rolling for you. I'm in a great mood. 12 is in a good mood. Horse in a good mood. Go last night, brother. What's
I am.
up with these hour changes going on? You need to post. You used to have a website or something. You can tell us what's going on. You need a website, dude. Don't you? Why don't
Yeah,
you
like
try and damn-
HollywoodRejects.com.
Yeah.
Oh, Horse has one.
There's a website. Oh my god, I didn't know there was a website.
HollywoodRejects.com. All the times are
Yeah.
listed there, Pacific time.
You
Hey,
like to-
hey,
you like to
Bulldog,
talk
when you
to
were
me.
starting in radio, did you like talk in the mic and then run across the room and listen to it on the thing? You were your only listener?
No, I didn't have that capabilities back then, dude. You don't understand what we did, dude. We had a server that came out of India that we paid $11.99 for. You know, everybody would send Steve a little bit of money, and we could only handle 50 people. And we'd have the protocol to get into that. We'd have to use the Shoutcast server, Winamp, tie into the server, you know, and then to get the calls recorded, you'd have to use Audacity, turn it into I would play a song, okay, like say for example, whatever, Pink Floyd, since he's wearing the shirt. All right. Then at that point in time, I would record it, and before the song was over, I'd have to change it into MP3, and then I'd act like he came on live. It was the biggest pain in the ass, but you know what? Like I said, dude, that's how That's how we broke in our chops. And I mean, at some point in time, for people to actually listen to you is good and shit. But you just gotta keep rolling here, man. And that's what I'm saying. People are actually doing this. There, Jay's in here, Cody's in here, 7-Eleven's in here. Man, we're filling up. This is great. Thank you all. We're gonna try to do the best we can. What you got? What talk to me, man?
I hate to tell you this, but I kind of bribed everyone to come in here.
Whatever you gotta do, bro. That's
prizes?
Go check out your notifications on Twitter.
You might give everybody one of these badass shirts. Is that what we're doing?
You might have. Well, it has a lot to do with the shirt. I'm sorry, but I think you're gonna have to perform for everyone tonight.
Oh shoot! It says Pool Doc is naked.
No, I'm not.
That's
I'm wearing a
why
hot
they're
horse
coming
shirt.
in. No,
that's
that's
why they're coming in.
Yeah, hey, 7-Eleven, you know Audacity? Oh, dude, so we got an old schooler in here with 7-Eleven.
Oh, I remember Audacity.
Audacity, do that. Yeah, and we would use the Shoutcast plugin extension, and that's how we would tie into our server, and that's how we created Stucknut Radio, and you know what? We just stayed with it. We didn't stop. So that's what I want to do with this show.
That's
just keep running with it.
Grind.
And
the grind starts here. Hey,
yeah,
Pool Doc,
I like you remember that.
We had 6 people on here, and then I tweeted that you were naked, and all of a sudden we doubled and then some in our numbers.
Man, but I'm wearing this badass shirt though, bro. Look,
I think people want to see your peen, dude.
Dude, well, yeah. I used to podcast edit with, yeah, that's what I did. We didn't call them podcasts 7-Eleven. We called it a radio
7-Eleven. That's a cool name. Have you ever seen the movie Lucky Number 11? That is a great movie right there.
No, but I watched.
You don't watch movies.
No, I watched Iron Man
You
today.
just watched Iron Man 3.
Iron Man 3. Yeah.
Press.
Jana's gotten into this. What are you watching? All the Marvels? She's watching all the Marvels. All the Marvels. You're watching a lot of Marvels on Disney, right? Disney? Yeah. Yeah. So she's gone through and she's watched all kinds of shit. And I always come in late, of course, because I'm trying to watch sports or something.
Yeah.
And that Iron Man 3 was, I don't know, it kind of had me going, man. That was pretty cool. It sounded like I don't know, I might get into that shit. I mess with my kids all the time for that. I tell them it's a bunch of garbage they're watching. And they're like, oh, no, you got to see this, Dad. But anyway, Iron Man 2, I recommend it. I'm a big movie guy.
Pull up. How far are you from the Houston area?
3 hours.
There's chatter in the 12 Woodhouse that we might end up moving to Texas.
What?
Whoa.
Houston area. Not now.
Part of Houston.
Not area. Now. See. Okay, I'm gonna open up the 12 Wood book here. I've got a special needs child, and they have a very cool special needs program down there in Houston, and that would require us to move down there. So it could happen. It could. It may. It may not. Who knows?
Maybe I'll move.
Texas would be dope. Things actually get bigger down there. Asking for a friend.
Dude, let me explain to you about Houston, and I'm pretty sure I know what type of business you're in, and I'm pretty sure that with your background, the amount of commerce that's in that city, when you drive into Houston and you see you see the amount of buildings and things that are there that bring in commerce and everything. It's not just like in downtown at 12. Even out in outer parts like where Steve lives and stuff like that. As soon as you get close to Houston, you can start to see you like this is a wealthy ass town. This town has got
it's the area we're looking at is I can't think of the name of the town. Something Briar. It's like outside of Houston on the west side. Probably I'm gonna guess a half-hour drive. I don't know.
Then you're probably about 2.5 hours. See, where I live is on the west side. I'm on the west side of Austin, but there's a road called 290 that'll take you right to Steve's house.
Yeah. So if I did the math, I go one way, you go the other, I would walk 500 miles.
Wait a minute.
Janet
just said on Twitter, come down here, but say goodbye to Winter. Does she know who you're talking to? He would love to say goodbye to Winter. He never wants to see Winter again.
Oh, if that's the case, bro, come on down and melt down here with us, man.
Winter.
Come on down, bro.
The sad thing is I'm actually getting used to it now. It's like my first few years, because people ask me, like, what you grew up in Nebraska, you live in Wisconsin. what is the difference between the two winters? I'm like, well, the difference is in Nebraska it snows on Monday and it melts on Thursday. In Wisconsin it snows on Monday and it melts in July. It's a huge difference. It gets old.
In
it
Texas,
gets really old.
in Texas, in the part that like where we live in Houston and stuff, and where I live, if it gets to around 36 degrees, everybody starts taking off from school. They don't go to work.
That's a hot day it's a hot day for
God
us.
forbid, you're laughing, but God forbid if there's a little moisture involved with this alleged cold weather, then go ahead and hunker down, baby. Hunker down. You ain't gonna see
I love it.
You ain't going to like here. We just shut.
Taking a snow day when it's 40 degrees. Like,
oh, dude, man, dude, humidity will fuck you up.
I grew up. I spent 2 years in Pensacola, which is probably like the armpit of like humidity.
Okay. Well, we consider Houston to be the armpit of Texas for that reason.
Yeah,
and don't go anywhere close to Stinkadena, Pasadena. You know, everybody's like, oh, that's where they did that Western with John Travolta. What is it, Urban Cowboy? That place smells like a goddamn. What would you say, babe?
A gorilla taking a shit on a pile of burning tires.
A gorilla taking a shit on a pile of burning tires. You literally drive up to it and it smells like shit. I had a cousin of mine took me to a friend of his house for some bullshit when I was up there a while back. Right when we got into Stinkadena, it was like, dude, this place stinks. They're like, really? We can't smell it. How can you not notice a shit smell? You know, because they have they're building Goodyear tires or some bullshit there, and it smells like it. So stay away from Stinkadena. You don't want to get anywhere close to there. But man, Houston would be super cool to have 12 around here, man. You would dig it, bro. You would dig it. I'm telling you.
The analogy of like, how do you not smell it? Okay, here's how it works. Have you ever sat in the bathroom way too long while you're taking a dump, and you're like, I don't smell anything, and then you leave. Say you leave for 5 minutes, and then you have to go back in the bathroom because you forgot your phone or something, and you're like, oh my god, how could it? You know. So the people,
like shit in here.
the people who live in the area don't smell it because they actually smell it. They smell it.
And I think half of them are working in that factory,
exactly.
You know, and they're bringing that shit home.
There's a lot of farmers in this area, and they'll come into my office, and it's like, yeah, if only you could smell yourself, you wouldn't have came out in public. What are you doing, horse? Oh, you're slapping the flies again.
Back.
I see.
That fly, yeah. Who left the door open? He's on you.
I agree, man. I agree with Ryan. Services for your kids are worth any weather. There you go.
Yeah.
If you have to, you have to, and that's cool. We will welcome you with open arms here.
I would love Texas.
Yeah,
Texas
you're cool. Close to Galveston is not the prettiest beach, but you're a couple hours away from Corpus, which is nicer.
Yeah.
And you're about 6 or 7 hours away from South Padre, which is the best beach we have.
Well, what about Louisiana? Like, how far is New Orleans from there?
About 8 hours.
Oof. Yeah. Okay. I was thinking, you could head on over to Gulf Shores in Alabama. There's some nice beaches right there.
By the way, Janet said that was a terrible analogy. Yeah. 12. She didn't like your dump.
It's a perfect analogy.
I think you might be a little closer to that to Louisiana and shit than Houston, but it's still a cruise, dude.
Yeah,
it's still a cruise. Once you get involved with Texas, you know everything's a bitch to get to.
Well, my family back in Nebraska. I mean, I talked to my dad not long ago, and he's like, "You're gonna move to Texas? That's far away." I'm like, "It's just as far as Wisconsin is to Nebraska. As I think it's probably even closer. It's all Highway 81 going straight north." So,
hey man,
the in-laws won't like it. That's who's not gonna like it.
No, they'll like it because they live in Arizona like 7 months of the year. So
they snowbird.
Yep.
Oh,
how nice is that?
I guess it's not like we could drive over to Arizona, but hey, at least it's closer to us. We could make a weekend a week out of it. Driving to Arizona, that'd be dope.
Cindy in Milwaukee's gonna miss you. She's just right down the street.
Cindy's like, what
Me
the
and
fuck?
Cindy hang out all the time. I'm sorry, Cindy.
Cindy's like, what the fuck is this bullshit?
Yeah,
you can't leave us. What the hell? Way to go, Cindy. Flexing on everybody.
Cindy, we're giving free swag. We're giving out Pool Dogs Get Naked if people share this. So,
right now I'm wearing this shirt, so we gotta be cool.
I'm not wearing my horse shirt. Where is my horse shirt? I gotta go.
I know you're Pink Floyd tonight, bro.
Make sure you say shirt.
Horse shit.
Short shit.
And not shit.
Horse shit.
So we had some smack off shit going on the last week. Are you glad it's over, Puldock and
Yeah.
the horse? I mean, I feel like we were going 1,000 miles an hour, prepping
Yeah.
stuff.
June was
and
crazy.
like
Doing 4 shows, that was crazy, but it was fun crazy. I mean, it was like a show every night. There was a week I did Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
yeah, like for me it was I think starting in June. I don't remember the exact dates, but like the 2nd, the 8th. No, it was the 10th. It was the 3rd. It was the 17th, and then the 24th were the
we did
Woodscopes,
train
and then we had
wrecks
the
on 2 of
anticipated
those.
train wreck,
Yep.
and then we did the round table for Stucknut, and then somewhere in between there, I had to eat and go to school or go to work and sleep somehow. But it was nice to get over with. Like kind of miss it already, having the buzz going around.
Yeah, it was crazy.
7 tequilas, nice. Whoa, what kind of tequila you drinking? I didn't know what type of tequila you're drinking.
7 tequilas and
tequila.
she's
Gee.
drinking the La Gratona.
7.
Oh yeah,
Holy-
7's a good number. That's a good one to get. That 7 gets you like ready for like oh nice. That's
Isn't
expensive.
that water?
Shit.
Avian's water, isn't it?
7 gets you ready to like go.
What
to
am I
12,
thinking of?
Evian
is not water. What's water that
Evian.
smells like Avian?
Evian from Switzerland or whatever. The Alps. That's what you're
Cindy's
thinking
getting
of.
drunk on water. Someone told
you
us
guys-
tequila. Just
Tequila,
joking.
man. I'm telling you that shit. It will kill you, but man, it'll give you a good buzz. I prefer a buzz. I like rum if I'm gonna be drinking. But you know what the Puldock is, right? 12. You know what the drink the Puldock is? Come on, you should know that. You know what the 12.
Yeah, you like your homemade moonshine.
Oh no. Well, yeah. Well, no. It's called distilled spirits, bro. Moonshine is a
Allegedly.
That's what I meant.
is a word that can probably probably get me in trouble. So it's distilled spirits. That's what we're calling it now.
Did
But,
you put the
I like-
distilled spirits in the bottle I sent you?
No, we drank it too quick. Sorry. It was really good. It's a brandy. The good one we're making right now is a brandy, but it's too hot to make distilled spirits right now because you need really, really, really cold water. And in Texas, at this point in time, our water is not very cold coming out of the tap.
Uh-huh.
But I was gonna say, I forgot whether we were talking about the smack off and stuff like that. It is a fun time of the year, for me and everything. But it takes a lot. It takes a lot. When you do a 3-hour show, and you guys do them, it takes a lot out of you. Especially when you're fielding just so many calls after calls, it just nonstop, and then you got these big ones in here that you want to let them run a little bit. Then you got someone like some dude David in Nashville that says, hey, I just wanted to, but you got to treat him, a different way. The whole time it's just once it's done, you just want to just like I'm done. My whole I was telling a horse was I had we had to listen to Smack Off, then we had to do our show, and then I had to do some other things for something potentially something else. And then my whole goal was to get back home from New Braunfels and listen to your show. You know what I mean? So I was like, while I'm talking business with some dude about another project, that he's a very popular guy here, and he wanted to talk to me. Anyway, I'm talking to him, but the whole time it was like 9:30, and the whole time I'm thinking, I'm fucking 30 to 40 minutes away, and we're talking business, right? And in my head, I'm going, I want to get back and listen to Woodscopes. That's what I wanted to do. That was what my whole goal was. You know what I mean? Because that show, the way you have it set up, and now we got a brand new show that we're going to be working on, the pre-Smack Off show. That Woodscopes was the way that I get to relax and watch you work. You know what I mean? I let you. I don't have to be involved. I can sit there and do my little chatting, but I was able to get released and just enjoy, have a beer, and just enjoy watching you do your thing. So, I mean, that's when I felt the most like, okay, everything's cool now.
Yeah.
Up until that point, because I had this shit was lined up for me, with different things that I had committed to. And then all of a sudden, my whole goal is driving home. Me and Jenna hauled ass. We're on 46 hauling ass. Running there, there's this fucking expensive ass store to get beer. Like it's in like the like one of your prominent neighborhoods. All right, it's where half my customers are. All right, and these guys ain't cheap, man. So I didn't want to have to buy $20 claws and $20 beer. I usually get that shit for 15 and 10. But anyway, I was so focused on getting home to getting into my Rooster Shack studios and turning on my TV to watch your show, I told her, I said, fuck it. It's worth the $20 to me, man. Let's just get our shit and go.
Nice.
Because if not, I'd have to take a different route.
A lot, dude.
No, but that's my deal, and I'm sure I'm not the only one that really, likes that wrap up type thing that you're doing at night, at 12, especially after that one, because it is like for us, like for me, someone that is participating during that day, and we put a lot of effort in that post SmackDown show that we do, because I do it because I think Steve needs to get it, and Hedstrom and I we try to do our best, and it takes a lot, and there's actually a little bit of prep that is involved in that show, whereas none of the other shows I do, there's no prep at all, but I have a little say so in that particular show, so it's stressful. And then like I said, my relaxed, my unwind has always been wood scopes for the last 3-4 years that you've been doing it,
Yeah.
So that's why. So I want to thank you for doing that, and we had a good time, but now that shit's over with, we can have fun on something like this now,
for sure. And
we
that's
do it
the way
every couple weeks. Yeah.
That's the way I felt last night when Horse was on doing his show. I'm like, I get a rest now, and I go out there and I troll all the people in the chat, and so here's what I want to ask, and go into if you want me to just give you the nutshell of the wood scopes last week, just find the part where James in Portland leaves. Because he tore why am I drawing a blank on his name right now? Gino, he tore Gino an asshole, dude. And the funny thing is, like, the whole chat was like, Gino's an ass, Gino's doing this, Gino, like the chat was just drill. Like, I almost felt bad for Gino if he was reading that, but
he wasn't, or he would have stopped.
Well, here's the other thing is I talked to Gino before. I like Gino. Gino and I could talk about anything. We were talking right before the show, and he and I we have a lot of things in common as far as like our child and stuff. And we were talking about that, and when Caleb said that he is on the spectrum, he was talking about being on the spectrum for being tired or fat or something like that. And Gino heard spectrum, and he's like, "Oh, are you really on the spectrum?" His heart was actually in a good place because of where he and I, because of who we are. And everyone else is like, "Dude, did he just accuse him of being like autistic?" And yeah, he did, and he probably shouldn't have done that. Like, it makes me wonder if maybe Gino's on the spectrum a little bit, But yeah, telling the champion the day he wins the Smack Off that he's on the spectrum is probably not a cool thing to do. I get Gino. I know his heart was in a good place. Everyone was ripping him apart. I felt bad, but at the same time, when James came in and just tore him up, I was like, there it is. There's the highlight of the show right there.
It was. Let me explain to you. Let me explain to you about Gino. When I was listening to Rome, and a long time in the mid '90s, Gino sold me my first cell phone.
Really?
Right? One of those brick ones. I still have it.
Mm-hmm.
Gino invited me. We went to go play golf before one of those Rome tour stops. Gino allowed me to go into Dick's Last Resort on the river and hang out with Silk and Ira and all them because of Gino. So I have mad respect for Gino, and Gino and I have. He knows who I am. We know each other. I haven't talked to him in forever. But let me explain something to you. I think Cody said it best. Gino had it coming. He did this shit to himself. This isn't about do I like Gino or do I not like Gino. This is about Gino trying to hijack a show that is something that we all look forward to. It's not Gino Scopes. All right?
Right.
Another thing about Gino is once James fucking whooped his ass, literally whooped his ass, instead of being a man and fucking just turn off the show and start drinking or continue to drink and get shit-faced drunk, like, and I was probably gonna get drunk as drunk as he was that night. So I'm not anybody that can tell you that don't drink or accuse him of getting too drunk, because I'm a drunk too. But let me explain something to you. When someone rips your ass like that, and then you shut up for 2 minutes, and then you say, other than the host, I'd like to ask the Smack Up callers, and no offense, host, I want to talk to blah, 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 blah. And the question is, Do you think the philosophy of the smack off has anything entangled with derogatory of judgment? But I don't want, what the fuck do we want to hear about that? Dude, at that point in time, I was part of the fucking enraged chat. And as much as I like Gino, and I hope he hears this show, dude, you fucked that one up yourself, bro. You fucked that one up yourself. Look, I can talk right now because I'm one of the hosts. Understood?
Right.
But Horse is part of our show. He's got an open mic. Wood is a host too. He can talk. If Gino was sitting right here and he was doing that bullshit on our show, I would have told him way before James would. I would have said, Gino, whatever, dude. We got to go, bro. Bye and get the fuck out.
I kind of had the vibe that he was wanting to like give everyone the impression that he was the host of the show. That's why and like I said, I don't think he was coming from a bad place. I just think he's got some kind of social, like, I don't know, social like disorder or something like that. I like the guy. Yeah, I'm not mad at him, but yeah, there was times during the show I was shaking my head like, dude, seriously, I'm not gonna interrupt him because that's the night I was like, this is gonna be the smack off callers, and it was gonna be like the Brady Bunch, all the guys in here, and they're gonna be yelling at each other, and Mike is gonna be doing this, and Brad and Leff and Caleb, they're all gonna be yelling back and forth, and I was just gonna sit back and eat my popcorn. Right? That's what I wanted. So yeah, to see that happen. But putting Gino aside, I didn't get to listen to the Stucknut show. What was the highlights from that?
Oh God, we had Sean, Brad, Caleb, of course. We had everybody come in. I haven't heard the show back again, so I don't know. It's something that I probably won't listen to for another month or so because it's something that we put a lot of work into, and I'm scared that we fucked it up, but it seems like it to me from sitting right here. This is where I did my show from sitting right here. When I looked at the chat, it was almost too fast to follow, which tells me that people are engaged and that people were enjoying it. And Headstrom is really good at we have these sign things that y'all will pick up on if you watch, but when I work with him, he tells me when to dump them, nicely. And Steve, everybody wants to talk to Steve and stuff. So I don't know how well that show went. I know that we had people listening, and there's still people watching it right now. When I logged onto Twitch, I saw that the numbers were okay, and so I'm just happy that it's over with. And I guess the highlight of that show to me was for me personally. I'll tell you what the highlight of that show was not me talking to anyone. It was when Jeremy in Green Bay called, and he was talking to us about how he called me and Steve out. Okay, so the highlight of that whole day on the Smack Off was Pulldock was actually said on the fucking Smack Off. What this world is? It should be. We have to be a bizarre world. Why on earth would a dog call me out? Why on earth would they? Why are they saying my name? I have not called. I've called that show twice in 25 years.
Because you got you're polarizing, dude. You don't know it. Yeah, someone needs to tell this guy that he's
man. You guys, when Rome found out that there were 3 guys behind Stucknut, not just one, you became a made man, and he refers to you guys, and sometimes he'll say Bacon or Pulldock. What didn't they? Who was it? James Kelly said that you were doing something, right?
Yes,
and it wasn't you.
But no, I don't. Dude, full disclosure, I have not been on Stucknut in like 10 years. All right, or 8 years. I go in there every once in a while and I tell them I'm pissed off if they're fucking with my vacation home. It's basically what I tell them.
Yeah.
Like once every 6 months, I have to straighten them up. Tell them I'm still an admin out there where I can ban people, all that shit, and I don't go in there. But when James Kelly said that either me or Steve was archiving, Steve wasn't happy about that, and I was trying to explain to Steve. I was like, dude, that has nothing to do with me, Steve. You can't be mad at me for some big head bet dude saying Pulldock. I did not coerce him. I don't know the guy. I didn't even think he knew who the fuck I was. Yeah. All right. I didn't even think. Now, something really crazy since we're talking about that. In 12, I don't want to run over this show. I want you to.
No, you're good. You're good. You don't worry about it.
I called twice in 25 years. interesting what happened this time, real quick. And there's a dude, Ryan. It's a family when you have a child on spectrum. Having a child on spectrum is a blessing. I've learned more from my son in 7 years. Love you, Ryan. Ryan, you're a great guy.
It's true. He's right. But yeah, that's a side topic.
Let me share with you what happened when I called the Jim Rome show. Okay, this is Wednesday. All right, I call. Tom answers. He says, "What's your name?" I said, "George." "Where are you from?" "San Antonio." And I said, hey, is this Tom? And he goes, "Yeah." He goes, I said, "Rome may know me as Bulldog." And he goes, "Who?" I said, "Rome may know me as Bulldog. I don't know, but he might know me as Bulldog. I just want to pimp our show." And he's like, "Hold on," like real mad at me, right?
Yeah.
And so I'm listening to whoever was before Benny, when Benny had to say sorry, George, because Rome, bumped me for Benny.
Yeah.
It was Edmonton, Tyler.
Oh, Tyler. Yeah.
I'm listening to it on my phone, and then Tom comes back on. He goes, "Who's this again?" I said, "It's Poldock, dude." I said, "Do you know who Steve is?" And he goes, "Yeah, you're the Stucknut guy, right?" I said, "Yes, I know. I'm the guy that does a show on Stucknut. I'm not the Stucknut guy." But he goes, "Hold on, give me a second." He goes, "No." He goes, Look. I just told Rome, and Rome. I think Rome's interested. Give me a second. He just want to make sure it's you." Fucking all right, whatever, dude. I'm just listening, right? Listening to the show.
Uh-huh.
And then right about the end of Shredmonton's call, Tom comes back on and he goes, "This better be you, dude." I said, "It's me, man. It's me." He goes, "You're on next. Rome wants to talk to you." And I'm like, "Cool." And then all of a sudden, Rome was going to me. He's like, "Oh, this is the Stucknut guy. This is George and Bulldog." "Oh, wait, George. The reason you do your show is because you interview people like Benny." And so he pushed me aside, right?
Yep.
And then, yeah, of course, Benny was more important. I know that. I'm like, cool. I was like, at that point, I was like, cool. So
this
now
is you at that point.
Yeah.
Right.
And then fucking Tom comes back on. And he comes back on again while he's talking to Benny, and he goes, "Hey, dude, we know who you are. I'm so sorry. It's just been stressful. There's so much going on right now."
Oh yeah.
But Rome says he wants you to come in. I said, "Dude, I'll be quick. I just want to tell you my shit and get the fuck out." So last time they just Hawk went straight to me. This time there was just all kinds of mumble jumble going on. And once again, I'm shitting my pants. 12.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm at that point where fuck. And I had a script. I was gonna call Paul's dog. I was gonna tell Paul's dog that if this was a fucking one of those bird, what do they call it?
Gender reveal.
If this was a gender reveal, you'd be the bitch. That was my line, right? And I talked to Hedstrom the night before. We had created a call. Everything was cool. And then all of a sudden, as Tom's telling me that time's tight, things are shit going on, I'm just fucking scratching. And then I went into fucking survival mode, bro.
I know exactly what you're saying.
Get the fuck out. But anyway, that's what happened to me.
Yeah, dude. When I called Rome the first time, I had all these like thoughts in my head. I'm going to tell him this. I'm going to tell him that. I'm telling this. I didn't tell him anything. He hinted to me so plainly, like, "It's a show about the show. We got 12 wood." And he's like, 12 wood. Now I'm on, right? 12 wood. What's your show about? "Well, we interview like a bunch of clones and smack off guys, and we just have a good time." "What's the show about, Wood?" It's like a Friday night. We all just hang out. Blah blah." "What's the show?" "It's the show about the show, right?" "Oh yeah. That's what I'm like, dude. I'm an idiot." But that's kind of the difference between Adam Hawk and Tom. I don't know Tom at all. I doubt Tom checks into Twitter to see what the clones are talking about. So for him to not recognize you, that doesn't surprise me at all. That's not to say that Tom is a horrible EP at all. I think Tom's probably kicking ass for all we know. He doesn't have to be involved with us, it's Twitter JTPers or anything like that. So
yeah, we'll drive you fucking crazy, bro.
But yeah, it's like it's what point was I gonna say when you were saying all that? Oh yeah, you said that you were excited because your name was dropped during the smack off. This was the first time in 4 years, no wood scope reference, no 12 wood reference. I'm like, come on, man, like.
Move on, brother. Move it on. Guess who's the new sheriff in town, brother?
I was waiting for it.
The Hollywood reject sheriffs in town, bro.
I was waiting for a roast. I mean, I wanted to say I get a big fat head. I mean, it's just anything. And there was nothing.
To be fair, though, you were mentioned several times during the weeks up to the smack off.
I wanted the smack off. That day is trending.
Well, guess what? You don't do a show every Friday anymore, so deal with it.
Yeah.
Hey, bro,
and that's another.
Sheriff in town. Sorry, man.
that's
Sorry,
another
pull back
interesting
to be
point.
fair, bro.
With all these shows going on, the question is, are we still going to do wood scopes? I still don't know, man. I know Horst says he wants to do it. I want to do it, but at the same time, it's like I don't want to oversaturate it. I don't want people to be like bored with it. Like the first time around, obviously the numbers slowly, and then Periscope died, and it was like, yeah, it's the timing is right. Let's pull the plug for a while. And doing it this season, like those 4 weeks, was so much fun.
Mhm.
You know, and it wasn't like Periscope fun, but it was getting up there. I think people are starting to catch on to this Twitch thing. But yeah, and then we got Horse. You wanna plug your show really quick? Your shows?
Oh, I'm fine.
No, he's not gonna do it. I'll do it. So Friday nights, dude, it's so much fun. It's so much fun. Even though Horse picks the worst music in the world,
Doesn't he? When it's stupid, I'm gonna go to my
Don't make
list.
me
I
angry.
got 149
You wouldn't
songs.
like me when I'm
Brings
angry.
up the fucking Blondie or whatever the fuck he come up with
but
nonsense.
he lets you
Playlist, bro.
he let you come in and play your songs, and he probably thinks they're just as bad as you think his are bad.
Oh yeah.
And it's cool when it's like you play a song and you see the reaction from the audience, like, oh, I've never heard this song before. Like last night I did the John Butler Trio song,
That was good.
and
That was a good
I
one.
saw some people saying that was a cool song.
I
But yeah,
think that one was a Fender, but it was also a Gibson. That's some pretty good rating right there, bro.
yeah, that guy, dude, go watch that guy play this song called Oceans. It's like 12 minutes long. It'll blow you
The
away.
bass player
Oh, yeah.
had to be fucking,
Oh, yeah.
man, that guy was thumping.
Story
a good
behind the John Butler Trio. Hopefully, I tell the story right. The guy was homeless, John Butler, and he was living on the streets in San Francisco. And he put his case out and opened it up, and played on the streets. And people would throw change and dollar bills and stuff like that. And he raised enough money to make a demo song, which he gave to an independent recording studio. They record him. Now he tours the country and stuff. It's a pretty cool story. From Australia, but lived in San Francisco for a while. I like hearing stories like that. But yeah, Wednesday nights, way back Wednesday. I hate to tell you guys this. I have never seen an episode because that time he's on, Horse. That time you're on, I am so busy. But
That
from
show
what I
is
understand,
that show's off for the summer. So I'm gonna do GJ Haunted Horse on Wednesdays.
nice.
Oh,
5
okay,
to
and
7. I'm gonna start it early for the East Coasters. So 5 to 7 Pacific time, which would make it 5, 6, 7, 8 o'clock. Trying to pull East Coast in. They keep saying it's on too late.
we got a new guy in the audience, Devin DJ. What's up? Thanks for coming in. But Haunted Horse, you're on Mixcloud, and that people are confused by that. Why aren't you on Twitch? I'll tell you why. Because of copyright violations. On the Mixcloud, the artists get paid for when he plays music. So it'd be cool if Mixcloud blew up and then we could do this show on there and all that. But Twitch seems to be the route to
I
go.
was told that. Well, I'll tell you the reason why we don't play no music on our show. It's not Twitch, DJ. The reason we don't play any music on our show is because we send it to YouTube, and YouTube's the one with the Twitch is that one where they will show people playing games and commenting on all
said
whatever.
Right,
that, but they
right.
still will. They'll give copyright violations on Twitch.
Oh, they will.
Yeah, they're not. You can't take a chance. You get 3 strikes and they ban your station. Then you got to start from scratch.
It's
So
not worth
yeah,
it.
Twitch.
Not for what you do.
Here's the thing though, Amazon owns Twitch and Google owns YouTube. They have got so billions. They make like $10 billion a quarter. So like
Yeah.
$40 billion a year. They can pay for the copyrights. They just won't do it. And
That
Mixcloud
sucks.
does. So that's why I'm there. But yeah, it is
I
what
was-
it is.
I was thinking of adding. You ever hear the song "Wood" by Alice in Chains?
Mhm.
Wood. Like, how cool would that be? Just to be my theme song right there. That's it. Wood. And yeah, and then I thought of that. I was like, from what I heard, you could get away with playing like less than 9 seconds a song on a stream without getting busted. But I don't want to take those chances.
Yeah, that's
get
it.
it all canceled out because you're playing that. And it's funny because like one time my Twitter account got shut down for a week, and it was because it said you broke copyright violations, and it wouldn't tell me what tweet it was. It could have been 10 years ago, Like last night I posted this video of Axl Rose being like 963 years old up on the stage, and it's like, do I post this? Okay, it came from someone's cell phone. Yes, I'm gonna post it. But wow,
Yeah,
Axl Rose, how far has he fallen from like being
What's his face? Stash or Slash or whatever the hell the guitar player doesn't play for
Slash.
them anymore, right?
Yeah, he does.
He's not
He
on-
actually,
Oh, he's there, so it's the whole band.
I've seen him play with the lead singer from Alter Bridge, Mitch. I can't think of that guy's name right now. They go on tour quite a bit, and he also does. He also was in a band with the lead singer from Stone Temple Pilots before he died. I can't think of the name of that band either.
Stone Temple
But
Pilots?
yes, Slash gets around.
Velvet Revolver.
Velvet Revolver, thank you. So
Yeah, but was he playing in that concert with Axel? I thought they didn't get along or some shit.
no, he was there. You can see him in the
Oh
background.
wow! All right,
I might have
cool.
cut him off, but yeah,
That was
Well,
good.
think of how much money they make. You know,
Oh yeah.
Guns N' Roses back on stage. They hate each other. Who cares? You know, I'm watching that video. I posted that other video on Horse's show last night of Van Halen from like the
That was awesome.
yeah, dude. That era, they hated each other. And as I'm watching them jam out, Eddie's always got the big smile on his face, but you're wondering like, do they fight before they go on stage and just fake it? You know, because I could just sense maybe a little bit that they were like, I'm only doing this for the money. So
You know,
Yeah.
well, I mean, you don't have to hang out with them. You know, you someone like Eddie Van Halen or Sammy Hagar or whoever, Michael Anthony, they're the stars of that. They don't have to be anywhere close to whoever they don't like.
Mm-mm.
You know, once you get on the
Exactly.
stage, it's like cranking on this show. I may hate the Horse, and me and Horse hate each other, but I act like I don't. You know, we act like we're cool. It's
I
just part of
said
the deal.
let's not bring it up,
You know?
guys. I told you.
Yeah,
we were
me
not.
and Horse for 30 minutes before you showed up, Horse and I was bitching. He was bitching at me.
Yeah.
Why you keep fucking with my show and
Yeah,
all this
what the
stuff? Why
hell?
you're like the worst
Yeah.
listener to
Why do you
bloggers.
say Gibson, dude?
Give you all the
I don't even know what
middle
Gibson
fingers
is.
Yeah, Horse was pissed off at me, but once we fired up, look, he's got a smile on his face now. See, he's a true
Big lie.
professional,
No, but
right?
like in that Van
Professional.
Halen video, they're like leaning up against each other and singing in the same microphone. And it's like,
yeah.
but
yeah.
but I've heard enough Van Halen to know like when he goes to the solo, he goes Eddie, and he didn't do that in that song. I'm like, okay, yeah, that's what I thought. Like, I don't know.
Well,
I
you
have
got to
this-
think about it. So
this certain-
David Lee Roth, they had the outs. Then Sammy Hagar. Maybe it's not the vocalist. Maybe it's Van Halen. Maybe it's Eddie.
Oh, Eddie,
Maybe
Brother.
yeah, Eddie was the most difficult
Brother.
person to work with. Everyone has said it.
Yeah.
He's such a perfectionist.
Yeah.
That if you were lazy or you were just being complacent, he would let you know.
That's like Kobe and Shaq. Kobe used to be like, "You don't work hard enough. You're not trying." And Shaq would
Exactly,
be
dude.
all, F you.
That's a perfect
Yeah.
example.
Yep.
That's the way Eddie was, and that's why he's so good. I mean, he
Yeah,
just
well,
sat around.
yeah.
Dude, he made a freaking when Van Halen was torn up and they're just like, yeah, we're no longer. He still had his 51 studio that was planted in this backyard, and he got a call from a friend of his who was like a producer for porn, and he's like, can you make me a song? I'll pay you $4 million.
Oh, okay.
Shit.
He ripped it. Yeah, go to YouTube and look up the song Catherine. It's like 4 minutes of just Eddie going. He's playing drums, he's playing guitar, and he's just like ripping it up, and it's so freaking cool.
You
But,
know that
yeah.
that studio is still intact, and his
Oh, yeah.
boy, what's
Wolfie.
his boy's name?
Wolfgang.
Yeah, Wolfgang. He does a show on Sirius, and I listen to it all the time. matter
For
of fact.
real, I've tried to get that guy in the Woodscopes. Many
Really?
times. Yeah, reached out to
He's
that
got
guy
his own band
and
with
Sammy.
him.
I tried to get Sammy on the Woodscopes a few times. I'm like, dude, he's been on the Rome show. I mean, I can maybe convince him, but no. I tried
Yeah,
Robert
that's
Plant. Robert Plant was the no response to. I mean, hey, I get probably 10,000 no's. All I need is the one yes. That's all I care about.
So yeah, he's professional.
We should probably
funny.
start.
What's up, Devin? What
We
time
should
is
try
it?
to get Michael McDonald on here for reals. Did you know?
Hey, as much as you hate Michael McDonald, that dude's a Doobie Brother. He
Listen.
got a pass for you, man. He's a
Speaking
Doobie
of
Brother,
Van
bro.
Halen, dropped Dead Legs from the 1984 album, written by, tell him, Horse, tell him.
Michael McDonald.
It's a fact.
I don't like that song.
He wrote a Van Halen song.
Did I break news? Did I tell you that news?
You told me that. Someone
Yeah, 'cause
did. Either that or
We
Bacon.
learned about it on Way Back Wednesday. The show you don't
That's
watch.
crazy. That's funny.
That's one of the worst songs they had, but I give you that. But he's a Doobie Brother, bro. I can't
Oh,
get
the
on
Doobie
board.
Brothers are cool. They're,
Yeah,
they're
I mean,
cool.
you-
I like Doobie Brothers.
Hell yeah! How can you not like the Doobie Brothers, man?
Oh, yeah.
Little China Grove. I remember the first time I went to China Grove to do a job. I was singing the whole time. down around San Antonio. I'm singing the whole time. Everybody looking at me like I'm a fucking idiot. But like, dude,
Oh, yeah.
that song was written a
No,
long
I
time
like the
ago.
Dubes. I still like to make fun of Michael McDonald as much as I possibly can because he's on my
Also,
radio
when-
station at work every freaking
Okay.
day, 10 times a day.
We used to have an antique store in a place called Warrenton, Texas. And in order to get to Warrenton, you'd have to pass through a town called LaGrange, Texas, right? And I would piss my wife off because I don't care what the fuck we were doing. As soon as we saw the LaGrange city limits, I would crank LaGrange by ZZ Top. And through the whole thing, everybody looking like this idiot, like they're like, that's, you know, but no, that's the deal, man. If you go into a town that you like the song, and they have a song in that name, you gotta
For
play.
sure.
So I would piss everybody off in China Grove and LaGrange. But
Hey,
Hey,
Pull Doc.
Jared's here.
Yeah, he
Jared wants to
says
see
I'm
naked-
here
he
for
wants to see
naked
naked.
Pull Doc.
Yep.
You got to
I
take
told
your
you it
clothes
worked.
off.
You gotta get your schlong out, dude. I'm sorry to tell you that.
That's good as you can get here, folks.
You know
My
what's funny?
schlong's busy right now.
You guys are talking
Dude
about music. I want to
would
play it right now.
On
but I can't.
Valerie Bertinelli, so yeah, he was a perfectionist
Yeah,
back
yeah.
in the day.
Spot
Yeah.
on, Horace. Screw the Lakers. Look at that. Great analogy, DJ. So look at DJ getting all the run. DJ, it's your show, man.
My
Sublime
Kobe
last
Shaq
night, nice.
analogy was.
Yeah. Ryan in Sacktown said he went to go see Sublime last night. Is
Nice.
Sublime the same without the late lead singer? I don't know his name, but I cannot go to a playlist on Spotify and not hear a Sublime song within 30 seconds or 30 minutes. They're gonna play a Sublime song within 30 minutes, guaranteed.
Well, that's because of your algorithm. If you're listening to songs like
Right.
it, you'll get it.
Right. I could
Yeah,
go out
well.
there and I could put kids music on, and next thing you know, it's like, we don't practice Santeria. I'm like, dude, come on, dude. I'm listening to Elmo here.
Every time I log on and I start playing something, Billy Ocean comes up within 3 songs.
Yeah, you should probably change your style of music altogether.
This is the
Caribbean
difference.
Queen.
No, don't even, dude. We're gonna get shut off if you keep doing that. What's that say?
Janet.
Tea and
Janet's-
beer?
I don't know what the hell it says, but that's Janet's
Janet.
work. And
Tea?
that compares nothing to
Janet.
this. Look at this. That's,
That looks like
that's
a
the
big
real stuff.
peen.
Bulldog, 12 wood.
It's like a
actually like
three-legged peen.
It's a drone. It's a drone that's missing one side. That's just how I look. All right. So here we are. Oh shit. Yeah. Cody likes the. The best part about the song LaGrange is if you got the 10 to get yourself in. Cost $10 to get into that little peep show, that little girly show. That's what it's all about. Yeah, a lot of nice looking girls here.
What's
I don't know. I
what's
didn't see any good looking girls in LaGrange. Did you see any good looking girls in LaGrange? They're all
Rough-
ugly.
No, not
Who's,
rough.
who
Boy.
sings LaGrange?
Which
ZZ
one?
Top.
Oh,
Top.
yeah, okay.
Boys
ZZ
from
Top,
Texas.
dude.
They're in
Kush.
Sharp Dressed Man and what's
Kush
the
is
one?
my favorite ZZ Top song.
Push.
Which one?
Yeah,
Which one?
Tush.
Tush.
I can't think of how it goes right now, but if you want to know what it is, go to watch the Dazed and Confused movie. I think it's the first song in the movie.
I happen to been watching. I watch Dazed and Confused every time it shows up, and it drives her crazy.
Oh,
'Cause I don't like watching movies, but I like that show. But one of my favorite songs from ZZ Top is Rough Boys.
Don't know that one.
Check that one out. You
That
might like
song's awesome. Yeah.
Rough
Not a
Boy-
guitar. Yeah.
That's a
Pearl
slow
necklace?
song. The video's awesome too. The
Got a
video's-
pearl necklace.
Yeah.
Anyway, look, dude, we've already killed an hour of the show. We got 30 minutes left. Well, thanks for pepping up, man. I had to give you a pep talk earlier. You just looked like you were like, until I saw Pink Floyd, then I knew you were on. Spot on. You know, I'll let the hat go because I'm gonna eventually go see a Packers game, and I'm gonna have to probably put one of those things on my head.
Well, I wore the
But,
Cowboys one for you last week.
I know. I like that. I like you got to dig Green Bay, man. Their fan base. You got to. I mean, you guys remind me of the Houston fan base.
Is that right?
Yeah, very loyal. Now Houston has like us.
So loyal, they send their teams to Tennessee.
Well, yeah, they can't afford that. But like when you go, like when I used to do a lot of hang out with those folks in Houston, we were doing a lot of Stucknut stuff. You would walk up to Houston and you say, "Hey, man, what do you think about the Texans or whatever?" And they'd be like, "Oh, well, our run," you know, they're like all in. every sport. They're real knowledgeable, and I Green Bay I think Green Bay's like that. You know, you really really appreciate your team, and you know, like we do our Spurs. That's the only thing we got here. But I respect y'all for that. You know, I think y'all are a fan base that is that you got to be real pleased with. You know.
Yeah, listen. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
That's it. That was my take.
I was going from living in Lincoln, Nebraska to Green Bay, Wisconsin. Two of the best fan bases in the world. Like the Husker fans, they can lose every game in the season. They'll still sell out every game. It's nuts. And then the Packers.
You got to appreciate that.
Yeah. I mean, Green Bay is so freaking unique. When you're driving through like the highway on the outskirts of town, all you see is houses, dude. And then you just look off to the left a little bit. Big old stadium, like in the middle of town. You can see it from everywhere in the town. It's freaking rad.
Is it flat there?
It's pretty flat, yeah. I mean, there's a nice river that goes through town. It's the same river that goes through my town, so it's I could take the boat to Lambeau if I wanted to.
Really?
I gotta unplug you guys for a minute. I lost audio on my left ear.
They also appreciate meat, swears, cheese, burps. That's awesome.
There we go. Fixed it.
Awesome. Ryan in the house. What are you doing? Is that 4th of July thing, DJ? I got it. I'm with.
I got the fireworks and yeah.
I still haven't seen
was supposed to bring the 4th of July
dog.
sound effects, but you know he took a vacation.
Do we have to get Janet's permission to see her?
Janet.
Janet, can we see Pool Doc's dong? Just because that's
Janet.
what I
Pool
promised
Doc.
everyone.
Pool Doc.
Pool Doc, I imagine you got chest hair just like.
No, I got.
Comes through it with her fingers.
Not one chest hair, bro. Nothing.
Whoa!
I'm Indian, bro. I'm Indian.
Indians don't care, what? I mean, you got nice solid lettuce on top of your head. Why wouldn't you have it down here? Look at that.
Right here, I can't get it right there. Nothing on here. Got some on my balls. That's all I can give you, man. My ass is bare. My legs barely. You think I'm a chick that I shaved my legs? I got no hair, dude. You know, got a little down there where it needs to be. But that, hey, we need to stop this.
Breaking news.
We need to stop this.
You're not a girl?
No. Well, you know, I you know, let's just put it this way. I had enough to father 3 kids. All right. So that's, you know, hey, I'm proud of that. You know, so whatever. I'm a 55-year-old man.
Let me riddle me this, old man.
Talk to me.
When you call the Jim Rome show, do the 3 kids know about it?
Yeah. No.
No.
I think Joel heard. The other 2 didn't hear. They don't care.
They don't care.
No.
They even know who Jim Rome is. Stucknut.
They all know who it is because they grew up with it all their lives. You know what I mean? My oldest is 29, and I got on Stucknut at like 2007, and you know I've been on the radio since then and been doing that Rome thing for 15 years now. So they all know I do it, and they all know that there's a day that I can't be fucked with, and you know that they just leave me alone. And they know sometimes I go to Houston to do shit, but they don't care.
How do they know what date is? It's like the 3rd full moon after an eclipse. What was it?
I'm talking about the Rome show, like my Rome. Like as far as my show's concerned, none of my kids have ever watched my show. None. They don't give a shit, and I like it better that way because, you know, I talk a bunch of stupid shit. You know what I mean? And I'd hate to have to explain that to them. You know. Now that they're older, I don't give a fuck. When they were young.
Are you Mr. Walking down the street and you meet a stranger like, have you ever heard of the Jim Rome show?
No, I'm not that guy at all. No, it's more the less I bring that up, the better. I did. Jana was wearing. We were at a that same business meeting that we were. that there's things going involved that we don't need to worry about here. But we went up to the DJ horse, and I wanted you to look check out what he does. DJ LG210 on Twitter. He's brilliant. Jana was wearing Stucknut Radio, right? And DJ looked at Jana and he goes, "Hey, wait, isn't that like a Rome thing where like if you have stuck nuts or something?" And we're like, "Dude, you're the first person to ever acknowledge." Yeah, and she's like, "Yeah, he does work on that show." And then he looked at me and he goes, "Who are you?" I said, "Don't worry."
Nobody. Yeah.
But anyway, that was the first time that that someone had ever actually acknowledged the thing.
That's
and
funny.
she was wearing it just because that was like what she was wearing. You know what I mean? And we're
Yeah.
like, oh, this is a big deal. I need to wear this shirt. But you know, I don't do what I do for Rome and for here and with Steve and Hedstrom for any type of accolades or acknowledgement or anything like that. You know, the reason I do this, I have fun doing it.
Yeah.
And the day that I don't have fun doing it, I will gladly turn this mic off
Walk
and
out,
I'll go
yep,
about
yep.
my business. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But right
I
now
hear
I'm
you.
having fun. I like this show. I
do
show.
too.
I think we should, you know, we should keep working out every 2 weeks on this one. I like this one. I like working with you guys. Hedstrom, I'm learning how not to work with him because he's always fucking gone. And when you hear this, Hedstrom, I know you're gonna listen to the show, dude. Get your ass back home, would you?
Cool,
Stop.
Doc.
Stop.
As far as the outside talking to people, like, well, we went to the casino last week. We did the 6-2 hopping, like 60
Yeah,
times.
you said that. Didn't work.
6-2 hopping is like, my brother's like, 6-2 hopping. First he asked the guy, like, what is that? What is that? And he's like, you got to land on a 6 and a 2, and it pays like
It was a
30 to
legit
1.
bet.
And so he's like, all right, let's do it. 6-2 hopping. Crickets. I'm like, not what Brad and Corona was talking about was pure bullshit. That table,
Lying fucking Brad.
and then the next it lost. You know, 6-2 hopping. He's throwing his money on the table, and crickets again. And it's like it never hit. He played like 500 times, it never hit once.
Just 512?
But while we were there, going back to like the guy who talks about the Jim Rome show, Bucks was with us. Our good friend from Minnesota. He was visiting in Wisconsin last week,
Wow.
and we went to the casino. And we were talking to some strangers, and he's like, "Hey, have you heard of the Jim Rome show?"
Jeez.
And the guy standing next to us was like, "Yeah, I know the Jim Rome show." And he's like, "Have you heard of?" And then my brother chimes in. He's like, "Have you heard of 12wood?" And the guy's like, "No." Stucknut? No. You know, like all these names. But he said my brother came up here to shoot a wedding, and he was like saying, "I'm missing out on the smack off." Little did the guy know he had Kyle in Green Bay as his main photographer. You know,
That's funny.
so the guy's like, "Oh, the smack off's today, yeah." And my brother's like, "Oh, you listen to Jim Rome, huh?" And he's like, "Yeah, I had to go to my wedding though." So he's like, "Well, have you heard of Kyle in Green Bay?" And the guy's like, "No." "Well, have you heard of 12? Oh yeah, the guy with the podcast. Yeah, I've heard of that one." I was like, "Come on."
I think there's
But-
a big difference in people actually knowing what the Jim Rome show is and hearing of Jim Rome than actually what we do. You know what I mean?
Most people are like, "Oh, you mean the burning? Jim Rome's burning?" Yeah, that's
Yeah, we got
that's right.
hit by a dude punched him and stuff.
Yeah.
Chris
My
Evans,
my basement flooded 2 years ago, and we had a restoration company come down and fix all the damage. And the guy was like, "Hey, why do you have a green screen up on your wall?" I was like, "Oh man, I have
just fix it.
I have to
just
explain
fix
this now." I was
No,
like,
at that point in time, you just tell him, dude, fix my shit.
yeah, just
Don't
Just
ask
say you
what the fuck
do
I got in my
porn.
house.
Well, and then I go, "Well, have you ever listened to the Jim Rome show?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, I listen to Jim Rome every day." I was like, "Oh really? Have you ever heard of the 12wood?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, totally." I'm like, "That's me." And then so I tweeted at that show that
12wood.
day. I was like, I tweeted something like, "James Kelly, if you could see the future about these, why couldn't you tell me my basement was gonna flood?" And then I said, "War the
12wood.
restoration guy." And then Jim Rome read that one, and that guy was listening that day, so that was pretty cool.
That's cool.
But, yeah.
12 wood.
Not,
12 wood.
A lot of people
times do I go out there and say, "Hey, have you heard of the Jim Rome show?" But it does come up in conversations. Seawood, you've heard that name, right? He was
No.
the guy who always did the drunk, stoned, or high.
Oh yeah, I like him. Yeah, Seawood.
Yeah, he was a best friend of one of my best
Exactly.
friends, right?
Uh-huh.
And Kaywood was getting his fence done in his backyard. Took a day off of work. Seawood was the guy who built the fence. And while he was building the fence, Kaywood had the Jim Rome show on in his garage. And he's like, "Cool, you listen to the Jim Rome show. I want to listen to that today too." And he's like, "You listen to the Jim Rome show?" And he's like, "Yeah." "Well, have you heard of the Woodscopes?" And he's like, "Oh yeah." He goes, "I'm part of Woodscopes." He's like, "No, you're not." So he's like, "Yeah, check it out." So that night, it was Woodscopes that night. And Seawood is in the audience. And he says, "Hey, 12wood, I know you." And I was like, "Huh?" I'm looking. It says C in Wisco or something like that. And I'm like, "Huh, I don't know." And then after the show, he hits me up on Twitter. And I'm like, freaking Chris. I've gone to the bar with this guy. You know, I've been in the casino with this guy. He's the guy who ends up fixing the fence for my friend who's working with me on the wood scopes. He ends up becoming one of the wood scopes guys. So that was kind of cool. So
I think we ought to do a game out there, guys. Every time 12 says wood scopes, y'all take a shot for me.
oh, don't do that.
Every
will
time he
be
says
dead.
wood scopes, I want y'all to take a shot. Hey, who was the one that was drinking tequila? Where you at?
No,
Who's the tequila
Cindy.
drinker?
Cindy would be
Cindy.
on the floor right now.
Cindy, if you're out there, don't make a pull shots. But every time this show mentions wood scopes, take a shot for me, all right? Tell me how you feel. You'll thank me tomorrow morning. I guarantee you'll thank me. You'll thank me. It's cool that
I'm
people
gonna
know
start calling it the 12 show.
the wood scopes anticipated train wreck. Why don't we do that? Why not?
The dude, that's the coolest name of any show on earth.
Anticipated wood
It
scopes
is.
wreck. You gotta figure out how to get the name in there. I'm trying to get you drunk out there, Cindy. Let's call it the wood scopes anticipated wood scopes wreck of a train scope.
The
wood scope.
DJ stuck.
The bottle's already empty. Hey, yeah, we're taking calls. We only got like 20 minutes. Ryan, if you want to trying to get her killed, no.
Are we taking calls?
Yeah,
We got-
Why not?
Well, that's up to Horace. He's the one with the link.
I'm
Horace is going to tell you that's up to you. That's up to you. That's not up to me.
It
Horace,
ain't my
we
show.
do whatever the hell you.
On the DJ show, I control everything. Mine.
This is your show,
Mine.
bro.
You're on the
figure out how to-
control panel. You could say,
You are
it's
the
not
one
working,
in-
guys. They didn't have this wire hooked up to that plug and that plug
Oh.
hooked up.
All right.
I will say-
I take back it. Do not drink when he says 12
I
wood
will
scope.
say
Don't
this:
drink.
I can make 12 would go away.
Let's
Watch
go.
this. Watch this. You guys will get it
Let's
on
go.
delay.
Let's
Bye
go.
bye.
Let's go.
Bye bye.
Let's go.
Bye bye. 12. Bye bye. He's gone. Now it's the Pool Dog Haunted Horse show. We just
Sorry,
got
bro.
rid of 12 Wood. Where is he?
Sorry,
Is
bro.
he there? Is
Oh
he
wait,
there?
he is gone. I'm
there?
there.
He is there.
Oh, I'm watching this. I'm not watching that. There you go. My bad.
Yeah,
I'm
on
like,
Zoom,
oh, bro, I
he's
can
still
see
here.
him, man.
You still
I
see
can
him.
still see him, man.
The audience
He's
does
still
not.
here. He's still here.
Am I
I
muted?
think he's still talking about the time and then on the wood scope.
I can make this dog poop on him too. Look at this.
Yeah.
Make the dog poop
I
on
want
him.
to get pooped on. I want to get pooped on. I want to get pooped
Okay,
on.
there
Poop
you
on me.
go. He's poop
Poop
on you.
on me. Yeah, get up there. Yeah, poop
Hey,
right.
hey.
Yeah, I tried to-
Paul's dog is shitting on me.
Yeah,
Romeo
dude.
Oh my
Hey, do it again.
God.
Give me something. Give me something. to poop on. Give me another one. Hey, put
like
that
how-
girl up.
I like how Pool Doc's monitor's way up here. He's like, yeah, do this, do that.
There she goes. Now bring her over here. Bring her over here.
There you
All
go.
right, come here, honey. Come here, honey. I gotta turn away from the thing, but how you doing, girl? What's up?
What's up,
Nice
girl?
laughing.
Wait.
Congratulations, girl. Good job. See you later, girl. Have fun. Bye. Yeah. See,
Popping her gum.
see, I will
Yeah.
fuck any show up you put me on. I'm perfect at it.
I'm
This
holding-
is what I do best. Where's Ryan?
I'm
this is a
looking.
quality time.
I got too absorbed with the pooping dog.
I'm
Okay,
holding the haunted
my
horse
bad. I
up.
like the powers. What's up with Jared? He's been around for a lot, and I like that.
Wait, where's my running
know,
girl?
Jan-
This is what we like.
Kinda- yeah, bring her up here. Bring her up here. Bring her up here.
All right, I'm gonna
I-
move
I-
her over real quick. Hold up.
Jared kind of intimidates me. Why? Why did Jared intimidate me? Something about the dude that I'm kind of like worried when he's on. I know he likes to fuck with me a lot, but he intimidates me. Is that wrong? 12?
Jared is freaking cool as shit. I've met the guy on
Okay,
multiple
that makes me
occasions.
All right. He just intimidates me. I think he's
But
scary. Oh, here
he's
she
a
is.
dick. You want to punch him in
Here
the
she is.
face?
Look, hey, horse. I'm gonna be the chick behind her. All right, ready?
Okay, there you
I'm
go.
gonna be the chick behind her.
Wait! You're out of the camera. Hold up. I gotta
appreciate it.
move you over. I gotta move you over. Hold up. Now do it. There we go.
Yeah, I get to see.
Wait, am I looking the right way? I'm looking the wrong way.
No,
I'm
Hey,
looking
give
the
one
wrong
to 12. Give
I
one to
can
12.
move
Give him one now.
Wait,
Give
I
him
gotta
one.
move. There you
Hey,
go.
what are you
12.
doing? Yeah.
Snuggle up. Snuggle up, 12. There you go.
Yeah, you're up. You're up. 12. You're up. You're up. Yeah.
Pool Docs was funny. 12 wood. You got to practice. Pool Doc's been
Yeah.
practicing. He
Hey, man. I'm the fly type guy. I'm the fly, baby. I'm
loves
the
it.
fly. See, I told you we had shitloads to do
I
tonight.
gotta move you.
Shitloads
I gotta
to
move
do
you guys
that.
back.
Anticipated
Where
train
were
wreck.
you?
Saturday nights, twice a month.
Ryan,
you,
your
guys.
link is out there. By the way.
Ryan, if you want to, I mean, we have like 15 more minutes, but so I don't have to be like worried about Jared, right? It's just something about I don't know the way he type. I don't know. You don't
Let's
know
get
these
Jared in
guys
here.
well.
Jared.
Yeah, Jared. Oh, now
Send
you're gonna
Jared
freak me out.
quick.
That's probably fair. All right, wait, give me another one while we're waiting on Jared. No, wait, it's too much work. No, I don't want another one. Too much work. I gotta turn.
Too
I gotta
much
look
work?
At yes, it's too much work.
It's gold.
Too much work for me. It's too much work for me.
Devin says this is why we cannot have nice things.
Mhm. Yeah, it's me, bro.
Devin,
I'm
are you
sorry.
on Twitter? Are you someone we know, someone we all follow, or is this?
Has to be because he's talking about things that only someone in the JTP would know. I've been watching the chat.
Who is it?
3 clones in a cup, dude. Your chat's on fire. There you go. Yeah, get her. Oh, again?
Look at that. Can you I don't know what do you call it when you put a green screen behind her? Zero out the background.
What, the fireworks?
Janet's getting mad over there.
Fireworks
She's
are
like,
gone.
Bulldog is all eyes on that one.
Yeah. You think my wife gives a rat's ass? She
No.
don't care.
Hey,
She
I
just
can put a
rolled her eyes
nice
at me.
romantic
She
fireplace
literally
up.
rolled her eyes at me. She's an eye roller right now. I got her in eye roll mode. Dude, man, babe, remember the Iron Man 3? That was a fun show. I gotta get my marriage back together. Remember Iron Man 3? It was fun, babe. She's not.
Let me ask the audience
Can I see
something.
what you've drawn? Can I see what you've drawn?
Someone
Oh
press
shit! I got
one.
two guys. Here they come.
Press one if you've ever seen the Woodscope. No, I'm joking. If you guys have ever seen Arrested Development on Netflix,
That's a tree. No.
that is. Hold on, I gotta see which way I'm pointing over here. I gotta go this way. Ryan there.
Oh, train wreck.
We got
Nice.
we got half of the audience in here, dude. What's up, guys?
That
That's
is
about
true.
right.
Who's this? I see Ryan. I know Ryan. Is this Jared?
Jared's here.
Hey,
What
bro,
up,
what's man?
Jared?
What's up with you? Tell me a little
What's
more
up
about
with
you,
you?
dude.
You're intimidated by me, George? Come on.
I am.
Man, I don't know, dude. Something
Jared.
about the way.
Look
I
at
know,
the
you-
screen.
you-
Here
you
comes
like
your
to fuck with
$100.
me.
Look at it. Grab it. Grab the $100.
Grab,
Jared.
get the money. Get the money.
Grab the
Money.
$100. It's right in front of you.
All right, this is getting lame.
Hey, Jared, you intimidated me for some reason. Like I don't know. Just I know. The fun part about the JTP is what we do is we base our shit on fucking with people, right? And
Oh,
so
for sure.
I'm pretty thick boned. I'm pretty thick skulled by where it doesn't really bother me. But something about the way when you fuck with me, you done a good job. You got it under my head, and I want to congratulate you for that, bro. But you don't want to get anywhere near my head, bro. My head's fucked up, Jared.
Jared,
So you
Jared, turn your camera sideways. There you go.
Ah.
Nah, you're bigger.
What's up, Brian?
what
How you
she
doing?
said.
You cut your hair or what?
Yeah, dude. So funny story. Not going to get into it, but I was here to see you with your shirt off. What's going on?
We're waiting.
I had it off, but I'm wearing this shirt. It's at HollywoodRejects.com, man.
I tweeted that
I'm
he
trying to
was
fit-
naked and he already put his clothes back on. I was like, dude, I should have got that tweet out faster.
That's
Come
the only
on,
reason
bro.
He had balls. His balls,
balls.
sphincters, and
Just
Some
go ahead and put it
crazy
on the record
juices
right
coming
now.
out of belly buttons and whatnot.
I'm
Like,
not gonna do that. Let's get back to Jared and Ryan.
yeah,
We got
what's up?
like 10 more minutes.
What's up,
Jared,
gentlemen?
did you enjoy all the events that came in through the snack off? Did you
The
was that too
Lorelei.
much bullshit or oh yeah, how was the Lorelei, dude? Talk to me about the Lorelei. I tried giving y'all a shout out. Tell me about the Lorelei.
Wood was there.
I was
Yeah.
there for 10 minutes. I was there, at most.
You were there. You were
I
there
took
to
the-
listen to Caleb's call, and that was it, right? That was
That's all you
basically
need to hear. That I
Yeah,
took the
right.
photo. That I took the photo that Roman retweeted, and then I left. You know, so
it. No, it was good. I don't know. It wasn't crazy. I don't know. It was fairly full. At least the bar area was fairly full there. The whole bar was full. I told
How was
Ryan.
No, Jared. I was just gonna ask something. I got into my freaking stuck nut mode. How is it to be at the place where the actual winner is? And especially from a town like Wisconsin, and this is a big fucking deal.
that's a state.
How? Yeah, whatever. I'm bad with everything. Don't listen to me. You know what I'm saying? Go. Well, what was it like to have the actual winner there? You know, actually be there when he took the call and won and all that shit. Tell me about that, man.
It was kind of so. Well, his mom, as I told Ryan and Frank this the other day, that his mom was sitting there in front of us the entire time. So watching her reactions to it all was kind of hilarious. But oh yeah, dude, she was like, and when everyone talked trash about Caleb, it was like she was ready to throw hands. And then
That's
I love that.
when the folks were talking at the bar before the call, and you could kind of not hear one of the calls, she was like, they better not talk during his call, otherwise, like I'm gonna say something.
She's
to
a
him.
Wisco mom. She's
Oh,
definitely.
yeah.
I love it.
She was all about it, which was it was hilarious. But you know, Caleb came in after his call and he sat down. You know, we kind of made his rounds, said hi to everybody, and sat down next to me. And he and I were just kind of talking, and he's like, "Well, do you think that?" Well, first we heard Iafredi's call, and we were like, "Oh shit!" We both thought Iafredi won, and then, which was a great call, and he had no gimmick, straight fire. It was a really good call. So we both thought he won, and then like they were going through commercial break, and Kale was like, "Well, do you think that they would have called me by now, or like, do you think that they would have known?" Like I'm like, "Well, I would think that at this point in time they would have contacted the winner, right?" And then like 15 seconds, 20 seconds later, he gets a message from Alvin saying, "Call the show now," and we're like, "Oh fuck, you won! That's awesome!"
That's awesome.
And then, he didn't.
Is that where he went outside? Is that where
Yeah.
he went outside to talk? Is that? I saw a video of him walking in a parking lot or by some trees. Is that him actually?
Yeah, that's when he walked outside to talk to Rome in the show, whatever, with doing his victory lap, and then he came back in after that. And actually, no, I think he talked to you guys. Maybe I don't know what I'm not sure the exact sequence of events, but yeah, he was outside standing around by his car, and that's when he was talking to doing this victory lap. It was really cool. I mean, hearing the whole place cheer for him when he came and walking in and all that. I got that on video. That was pretty cool.
Were you there? Were you there the
A real
year
humble guy.
that was that Smack Off 25? Were you at that one, Jared?
I was just there the last 2 years. So
All right,
no,
so like the year that I don't know. I think Jim likes to have those two go back to back, Benny and Caleb. But that year 2025, dude, I mentioned it on a show that I do on Friday nights during that season. I can't think of the name
Drink
of
up.
the show.
Drink up. Drink up. Drink
I didn't mention it.
I'm not familiar.
But I mentioned it that it feels like a home, like you compare it to like a home field crowd, and the vibe is so much better. When Benny came on and he was like, "What's up, Lorelai?" Place erupted.
Yeah.
Like we all thought
same thing.
We all thought 1 and 2. Those guys just won first and second, and in reality, it ended up being Caleb 7th and Benny 5th, and it was like, what? And it was this year. I walked in. Benny was just finishing his call, so I wasn't in there when Benny finished his call. But then we're staying in Wisconsin. Caleb, I walk in the doors, and it was like he said, you could hear a pin drop before that call, and then laughter. Like every time he would say something, the Deca Moo, like there was so much laughter in that building. It was so funny, and we all just like knew it at the moment. Like he won. He just freaking won that thing, But then you hear Iafredi, and it's like, that was some pure fire, dude.
Even straight up gangsta type thing,
Well, the Smack Off party in L.A., Matt in L.A., Ryan in Sacktown was there. Now we had the Smack Off winner, Caleb in Green Bay. You guys had Matt in L.A., so you could kind of tell who had the better party. No, Ryan, tell us, how was it?
No,
Maybe
it
it's a
was,
trip, man.
you know what? Driving down, it was worth it just to be around Fabian. That guy is something else. Jim was talking about how he raised a glass of Don Julio 42 or whatever it was. We raised a 52-year-old 3 hours after the show. But
he
no,
looked like he
was
was wasted.
dude. He was gone. It was good. Everybody really thought that it was going to come down to Vic and Caleb. I think a lot of the guys actually went a little bit too long with their calls, and Caleb
Better the bone. Yeah, that was way too long.
Yeah, Caleb cut it off at the right time, and the whole Wisconsin thing, the moo, like that was just golden. So there was a handful of us that thought IF Ready would win. We definitely thought that it would be Caleb because they're looking for new blood, but that was to us an amazing call. So it's cool to hear some insight on how it was at the Lorelei.
Yeah, it was,
Hey,
it was cool. I mean, I have Polly. Polly's a good friend of mine. He's on Marco Polo with me, and he was showing us videos, and I had to give him shit because when Caleb was on, you guys scored him at a 6.5. I was like, what?
No
way.
No.
Yeah, no. I go back and show you the video. You guys were like
Love it.
6.5, and then when you did your top 3, his name wasn't even on there, and then like you went to the commercial break, and all of a sudden you guys start thinking back in your head like, yeah, maybe he was top 3.
No, I think 6.5 was the amount of beers that Fabian had drank.
That's it.
That's how many
No
beers
way.
he had during that call.
So Fabian was literally taking people's beers, like half drinking.
Right. Yeah, he did that. Well, Poldock, you told us a story about him over at the kids.
I experienced the Fabian show at Kits. Yeah, did he change? Did he change wardrobes? No.
Well, excuse me, I shouldn't talk about Fabian without doing this.
Yeah. Did he change wardrobes?
No, but
that how you talk?
he has a different color set of boots than he walked in with. That's for sure.
He had 3 different wardrobe changes at Kits because you knew he was drinking drinking outside beer, and you knew they were going to find him. In his mind, he thought he could change his shirt; they wouldn't recognize him. Dude, the Fabian show will drive you insane. When I left Kits, I was like, me and Jana were like it was like a getaway, because we were trying to sneak out without him seeing us, right? And he saw us, and he's like, "No, Poldock, you can't leave." And he started. I'm like, "Oh, I gotta go." It was insane. Hey, man, it's fun. The way y'all wrapped him in the caution tape was perfect. Perfect.
So the caution tape was to let everybody that showed up after the show know that he was cut off. You are not allowed to have another single drink. You are done, unless you say, wood scopes. But then
Yeah, then you can drink a bunch.
Can't say that anymore.
Bring it up. Bring it up. Oh, we might have hurt his feelings. You don't want to talk about his show anymore. You can say whatever the hell you want.
No, I'm getting a new background. Hold on a second. Let me.
Hey, check it out, dude. That Fabian was doing. I don't want to throw the end of the show, but one more real quick thing with Fabian. He had his own booze, right? And he needed a glass. Yeah, he was doing card tricks, right? To everybody doing card tricks. Here. And he needed a glass because he had his booze outside, right? And he comes up to me and goes, "Hey, Poldock." I go, "Hey," I said, he goes, "They won't serve me no more." I said, "Fabian, I have an open bar. I have a tab open, Go drink whatever the fuck you want, dude. Why are you bothering with it? Just go drink. They won't serve me no more. But I need you to go get me a glass." And I'm like, "All right, I'll get you a glass." And Janet was like, "Dude, he's trying to get a glass so he can pour his own drinks." I'm like, "That son of a bitch. He's trying to get my ass in trouble." But
Doc, was that trick the one where he puts a card between 2 bottles on top of each other? Because he was doing that with us.
He had one that I didn't stick around for a lot of his tricks because I had cool people there like Polly and people I wanted to hang with,
Yeah.
But he had one where he did some bullshit and he saw a card and some bullshit and he ended up being the card. So he's obviously skilled at card tricks. But man, we're running real low on time here, guys. I'm sorry about that. Brian, you got the floor, brother. What you got?
Nothing, man. Happy to be with you guys. The smack off was to me somewhat disappointing. There's probably people that had a little bit too long of a leash, but I really enjoyed all the pre and post shows. So thank you all for the content. That was really, really enjoyable. So thank you so much.
Well, thank you. Hey,
Poldock,
what you got?
Your show was great. That was that other show at the end of the night.
Gino's scope.
Oh, that must have been the Wells and Haunted Horse show.
That's what it was.
It was actually the James in Portland
dude
running Gino a new asshole, which was the greatest thing I ever heard.
James in Portland. He's
Jared, I get your take before we get out of here. I haven't never talked to you. Tell me about your experience last week, and thank you for being on our show. I appreciate you coming on, brother. Tell me a little bit more about what's going on with you.
What's going on with me? Oh no,
Your dog.
My dog is just hanging out here. She just wants to be a part of it all, right? No.
Good girl.
Yeah, she's something. No, I'm just waiting for you all to finally make your trek up to Wisconsin, man. You gotta let me know when it is, and make sure to get off of work or do whatever the hell it is we need to do, and all get together.
I'm
Jared,
working on the guys.
we're going to the Cowboys game this year. I'm sure you've heard, right?
I heard was that you, Benny, Brad, and Lef were talking Cowboys? Is that what it was?
That was not on any particular show when we talked about that.
No, that was just a Twitter Spaces or something, right? That wasn't any organized show.
Correct.
So was that the Mike and Indy Twitter Spaces you guys talked about that on?
Mike and Indy like trying to do a space at the same time as another show that's on a Friday nights during the Smack Off season.
Exactly.
Let's go, streak!
No, yeah, I really looking forward to everyone coming up to Wisconsin. Except you guys, I mean, I'm all for everyone coming up in winter, but I think you guys are doing it wrong. You guys got to come up. You guys got to come up in now. Like
I agree.
It's gorgeous now.
It's the best
I was
country.
I was out kayaking and fishing on the lake and golfing today, and we had a fire and grilled out. It was freaking gorgeous all day.
It's my twin brother who's like, he's like, oh, I'm coming up in this time, and then he tells everyone we're doing it this week, and I was like, last week when I was talking to him, I was like, dude, why don't you come in September? We could still go on the boat. We could jump off the dock. We could, just do everything and fish and kayak and golf. And you want to come to Wisconsin in freaking December? Ugh. It's dark. It's dark at 4:00. Jared, you were there last year. We were tailgating in the parking lot. My feet were soaked.
They were. Yeah, people were. It was. Yeah, that parking lot was a mess. But
it was pure slush.
Bulldog, you gotta come up here in like January. We'll go ice fishing. I'll show you Bill Plaschke. Like we're gonna cut a hole on the ice. I'm probably not gonna spear a sturgeon, but we can catch something.
I would rather go in like spring, maybe towards the end of summer, because summers are bad for me to travel. But I'd rather go and I'd rather experience like the lakes being not ice, being water, and be able to do a boat. And
that was last week. You missed it already.
Yeah, it's done. But we are at the end of this bad boy. But I want to personally thank Jared. You don't intimidate me anymore, bro. Yeah, you keep talking shit though. Don't stop that. Don't stop talking shit. Ryan, what's your next show?
Jared, thanks for coming on. Ryan, thanks for being a what do you call it? A true anticipated train wreck participant. We appreciate that. Devin, I see you're still there. 512 Lumber, I see you're there. Ragdoll still there. I think Cindy was there. Thanks for coming in, everyone. Dude, this show is so much fun. I mean, we just bullshit and have a good time. There's no agenda. We're having Michael McDonald on next 2 weeks from now, so make sure you tune in.
Michael McDonald's getting naked.
Yeah.
Is that
dude?
Is that Doc Jeremy behind you?
Get us out of here,
Ron Jeremy. All right, guys. Is this show over? Is this? I love you guys. Peace out.